Hey, Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with a Tuesday episode, May 16th episode of Bet Win Repeat Show. That's what we're doing today. Excuse me. Got Ross Benjamin coming on the show. Got Nick Parsons coming on the show. I'm here. You're welcome. We're going to go over some housekeeping stuff. Just make sure you guys check out Beers with Mears. That's debuting Thursday. New episodes on Thursday. And then just content all week. So from our friend Hannah Mears over there. So definitely check out Beers with Mears and all her stuff. We appreciate her. Let's get into the contest update because that's what y'all came to see. I know it. Bring it in. I'm trying to. Here it is. Okay. Well, it probably looks better like. No, definitely not like that. Nope. I don't know. This is as good as you get, folks. I'm just hitting buttons now. This is the weekly contest. These are everybody. There's a bad day yesterday. I was on that bad day. I was on the bad list, naughty list. Didn't make it to round 2. I hate this contest. I hope you all win. I hope all of you keep winning and showing up for it because the second I get a chance to yank that thing, I am. I can't stand it. I can't stand this contest. Love the monthly. Can't stand this one. Sean Austin, Paul Thatcher, Daniel Alexander, Chris Scott, Eugene Robertson, Tim Pierce, Velco, Eddie Lance, Marie Lance, the whole Lance family. Greg Jones, Jeff Bradley, BJ Dickinson, Alex Fox, Pedro Moore, Thomas Salvato, Anthony Salvato, the whole Salvato, probably not the whole Salvato family. You know how those dudes roll. Ezekiel Morales and Juan Miguel. They're still competing for the $100. Remember, Becky Rubel Hoffman won it. She didn't run it. She won it. Well, she did run it, technically. She ran that shit. She won it. She won the $200 in the rollover. So this week we're at $100 starting over on Monday. Now it's Tuesday, and that's all that's left. This contest is easy pickings if you're a regular on the Bet Win Repeat show. So that is your weekly contest update. So there's that. Let me get rid of this. Why won't I move to the other screen right now? And then let me get rid of my mouse just died. Are you kidding me? Oh no, there. Today has just been a day. I don't know. I'm tired, man. This is what I know. All else fails, hit it. Hey, look at that, it worked. I'm gonna pull up the spreadsheet that we keep all of this stuff on. Look, it goes right to it. I don't know. I could probably make this bigger. Yeah, so you guys can see. Anyways. Cut's been made. That's what I'm trying to say. Cut's been made on the Bet Win Repeat monthly contest. And that being said, some of y'all are out. Some of y'all still in. The cut line, 15 and 15. Those people are out. Top of the list, though, after cuts. We're halfway through. Halfway through the contest. Eddie Sanchez, 21 and 9. Rickett, 29 and 1. Right behind him. And Pedro Mas, our buddy Pedro, 20 and 10. And then it kind of drops off from there. You can kind of see where you're at. Al White, I don't see any picks for you yesterday, so you got 2 losses there. Jeff Bradley in the house, Brian Gillihan, Sean Austin. I made it. 15 and 15 made the cut. Few of us right on that bubble. Me, D-Talk, BJ Dickinson, David Allen, Lance Adams, and Danny Alexander, 15 and 15. So we got some catching up to do. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. This is I'm a second half. I'm a second half guy. I'm just saying. I'm a second half guy, folks. So careful. Don't make me Rich strike your asses. Yes, I'm still referencing the Derby from 2 years ago because I hate that horse. Yeah. Let's hear. Jose Ciro's in the house. What's up, man? He says Today's Tuesday, so I know you have a hit and parlay for Tuesday. What's up you got? You're gonna have to wait for the parlay party. That's to be released. It's already been recorded, but I just haven't put it up yet. I got up kind of lazy today. I apologize. My sinuses are just driving me nuts. As you could tell, like I have stuffy nose, runny nose, just whatever. Sinus headache right here. Look at this hair. Jesus Christ, Lenny, pull yourself together. Yeah, so I got nothing yet. I can't divulge my sources. No. I don't really like a lot today. I know there's a lot of baseball. There's no hockey on today, so I'm like, maybe I'm just in that mood. As far as basketball goes, though, man, I'm on Denver. I bet on Denver. I don't know. I like Denver. But baseball is where it's at today. But I don't like a lot. But to be honest with you, I really didn't look a whole lot at stuff. So I don't know. Hold on. Let me see here. I did like, where's my phone? Here it is. Let's see what I did bet last night. Let's see what I bet last night. And I was, doing all my great thinking in the bathroom. Let's see what I did here. I did Tampa Rays money line plus 142. I took the Cubs. Why did I take the Cubs? Oh, Steele Javier. Yeah, I'm on the Cubs. I took the under in the Dodgers Twins game. I'm on the Orioles, and I'm in the over. Oh, no, that's for Thursday, Wednesday. Orioles, I'm on tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, that's all I got for baseball. I'm on Tampa, Cubs, and the under in the Twins game. I haven't looked. I'll be honest with you. I've been a little under the weather. Haven't been feeling great. And, yeah, just been feeling like absolute. And it's just my sinuses. It's windy in Vegas, man. It sucks. You hate to go outside because you just breathe in all that crap. But let's see what else we got. Oh, if you guys haven't joined Picks Parlay contest page, that's the link right there. Obviously, everybody knows where it's at, but we're always looking for new members. We just hit $2,000. We just hit 2,000 members. So beginning of the year, we were at about 1.6. And steadily over the last 5 months or so, we've been just increasing. We had a big push the last 30 days for whatever reason. We've had a nice little push. And just a housekeeping thoughts. If you're on here, if you're on the contest page, and I know you guys see it because I see it all the time. I try to check every day. I do. I try to check. But, I don't. I just don't. I try to. I don't. Spam. You guys see spam? Report it as spam to the group admins. And then the group admins get a notification from Facebook saying, hey, yo, a group you manage has spam. And then we go in there, delete them, kick them out of the group, and ban them in any other account and delete all their activity for the last 7 days. It lets us do it. So we could do all that very quickly. But it's hard to go through and find everything, especially if they do comments, because then I don't get noticed. Because I'll tell you what, I post for Bet Win Repeat, the monthly contest and the weekly, and then I turn the contest notifications off because I don't need 50 people, 70 people in a contest getting notifications on Facebook every time y'all put in a pick. No offense, I don't care. Just saying. So I turn the notifications off, so I don't get notifications when everybody puts a comment unless somebody tags me individually and says, Detroit Lenny, whatever, that I get notifications on, but that's it. So see spam, report spam. See dumb shit, report dumb shit. It's pretty simple. Just report it. Click button. Report to admin. Call it whatever you want. Spam. I just call everything spam. That's really what it is. There's no weird, hate or speech, or I think one of them is hate speech or anything. There ain't none of that stuff. Don't forget, use the Picks and Parlays promo code MLB. That'll save you 20% off the entire site there when you're looking for any of our premium handicappers, which should be here any minute. I know Nick Parsons is on his way. and Ross Benjamin as well. I've spoken to him. Don't forget to like, comment, share, ring the bell for notifications. You'll never miss any of our content. What do you guys got going on today? I know you guys are into some stuff. Jose, what do you like today? I know you asked my parlay. That's what I'm on so far today. I haven't messed with anything. I just haven't. It's been that day. You know how like you don't feel good and you're like, that's kind of where I'm at. But what are you guys on? Drop in the comments what you guys are on. Ross Benjamin is in the house. We're gonna bring him in. Ross, you ready? Come in. All right, he's ready. He's always ready. What the hell am I doing? Ross came out the womb ready, folks. Ross Benjamin, what's happening, buddy? Oops.
Hey, it's all good, brother. How about yourself, man?
I'm living the dream, man.
Yeah, we all are, right?
Nobody's told me what the dream is, but I'm living it.
Hey, look it, man. We get up in the morning. We're not shoveling,
we're not shoveling snow or shit.
Yeah, right. So I had to watch myself there. Didn't want to go into the vulgarity thing. So, but yeah, we love what we do. So I do anyway. I know that, and I think you do as well. I can't speak for you, but I get the impression you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
we're kind of, I was just telling everybody, I just gave everybody contest updates on the page and all that good stuff. And I was telling everybody, they're asking what I was on today in baseball and stuff. And I'm in a, I don't know. I think this is natural. I'm just in a zone, like my sinuses are bugging me. So I don't feel good. So I'm irritated. So I don't want to even,
man. Sinus problems can make you miserable. I know firsthand, it's especially when you're in Vegas. I mean,
it's windy you go and from like my eyes are poopy and watery.
Yeah.
And my wife asked me this morning, she goes, man, did you go out drinking last night and didn't tell nobody? And I'm like, no, babe, I went to sleep next to you, woke up next to you. What do you think? I ran out in the middle of the night? And I'm like, no, she goes, you just look hungover. And I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up puffy-eyed, congested. I'm like, it's the damn weather. It's, yesterday 95 degrees with 50-mile-an-hour winds. I'm like, oh, great. So it's like and it rained a little.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so now it's a hair dryer in your face and it's raining. Like,
yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Tyler says Texas Cubs. What do we think on this? What Ross, I know you got a lot going on today.
Well, Texas and the Cubs. Let me hold on one second here. Let me just take a little glance at that real quick. I was just looking at that game before we came on air. I like Justin Steele a lot. I like Christian Javier a lot. I think the difference in this in this game right now might be the fact that Chicago Cubs bullpen is struggling. I mean, you look at the Cubs over the last 7 games. Their bullpen is a 6.67 ERA, a 1.59 WHIP. They've allowed 5 home runs in 27 innings pitched. So their bullpen hasn't been very good. Justin Steele has been very good on the season, though. You're looking at a guy that's got an under 2 ERA for the season. And then Christian Javier, nice young pitcher, not bad himself, the 3.47 ERA, a little over 1.00 WHIP. I would say first 5 on the under here, what I would lean to. And it's a very small lean at that, Lenny.
Yeah. I took the Cubs in this, and I'm just a fan of that Steele guy, and I did that last night. I haven't done really nothing today, but that as far as the Rangers game goes, they played the Braves. Dunning's on the mound. He's another one, 3.0, 1.72 ERA. He's a good pitcher.
Both guys with just 2 starts on the year. That's the only thing I shied away from that game.
Yep. So don't hate it though, but I know you got some NBA stuff, and the NBA West Finals start tonight. West Lakers, Denver starts tonight. First of all, I just want to say I was wrong on the Lakers to make it even this far. I didn't think halfway through the season, I didn't think they'd even be close to the playoffs. Like it was that bad. And I kept telling them I was a Laker hater, and all that, and everybody called me LeBron hater and all that. The Lakers have found out that they are a tough, gritty team. And I don't hate the Lakers making it this far, but this is where that road ends, in my opinion. I think Denver demolishes them. Ross, Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
Uh,
Don't answer that.
I mean, it's not a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of agreeing or disagreeing, because I don't know if I'm right or wrong anytime I make a pick until it's over. I'd like to think my handicapping gets me to the point where the probabilities favor me, but it's not an exact science in that regard. But I do like the Lakers in this series. I disagree with you on that, Lenny. I'm going to take the Lakers here plus 120 in the series. Here's the reason why. I said it before the play. Actually, I said it last week on a couple of podcasts that I liked whoever won the Lakers in Golden State series, I would like against Denver. Whoever won the Boston and Philly series, I would like to win it all. And I stick by that. Okay. So obviously I like Boston to win it all at this point, but I do like the Lakers in this series, a very small lean at that. But bottom line is, Lenny, I mean, I could see what you're saying. At the All-Star break, this was a Lakers team when it was 13th in the West.
Yeah.
Not even close to making the playoffs like you alluded to. But since then, I think they've been the best team in the Western Conference and through the playoffs as well in the West. Impressive wins in their first 2 rounds over Memphis and over Golden State in 6 games. And the difference to me is quite simple. The Lakers do have star power with Anthony Davis and with LeBron James, and but their supporting cast to me has been extremely, extremely impressive during the postseason. D'Angelo Russell, Hachimura, the kid Reeves in the backcourt.
Austin Reeves.
You know what I mean? I just think their supporting cast is better than Denver's. We all know how good the Joker is.
Yeah.
And I said something on an earlier podcast, Lenny, and it sounds like an oxymoron, but if the Joker's got to average 30 plus points in this series, I think Denver's going to be in trouble, because that to me leads me to believe that he's not getting any help elsewhere. When Denver's really good, he averages around 25 a game. He dishes out double digits in assists. But if he's got to carry the load on his back offensively, he's capable of doing so. But I don't like Denver's chances as much if that's the case. And I think that's what's going to ultimately happen here. I do like the Lakers in this series at plus 120.
Okay, fair enough. I think we both can agree. I think this series is good. I think this series is going to live up to all the hype. Let's just put it that way. I can't wait to see the Joker and Anthony Davis banging it up in the paint. I really can't. And my worry with the Lakers is, like, if this series goes 6-7 games, if they're going to be, it looked like it took everything they had, and they did it, but looks like they took everything they had to beat Golden State. So I'm worried how much left they have in the tank, kind of thing. I guess you could say that for any team, though.
Right.
Really, at this point in the season,
Yeah, I mean, but at no point were they ever on the brink of being eliminated in that series. Right. And quite frankly, they were in control from start to beginning. Mm-hmm. In my estimation, they were clearly the better team. And it showed in the Game 6 when they just wiped them out at home. So we'll see. I mean, like you said, Lenny, you can make a case for anybody in that situation. This late in the year, a concern is how much do you have left in the tank? And that's why, with that being said, we know the star power on both teams. We know that, Joker is the big star there, and Jamar Murray, he's a pretty good player in his own right. But the Lakers, to me, top to bottom, are the deeper team in this series. And quality of depth, they made some great moves at the trade deadline, and they really improved their club. And I just think I like the Lakers here, not to keep belaboring the point.
No, you're fine. Joshua likes the Lakers over I'm assuming the whole game or team total. I don't know. How do you feel about total in this game?
Yeah, I like and now it's going to sound like an oxymoron. And one of the reasons why I hate making a series bet, Lenny, is because then you feel compelled to have to stick by that team throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
And
I hate it.
Let me just say this. My bet on the Lakers to win the series is a small one. my average bet on every game is substantially more. So
Okay.
I am not going to let if Denver gets up in the series 3-1 and they look like to play in Game 5, I'm not going to hesitate to use them. So let me make that clear. I do have an opinion on the team total for Denver in this game. I like them to go over 114. You know, the Lakers, 5 of their 6 postseason road games has allowed 112 points or more. They played significantly better defense at home than they have on the road. Also, this is a Denver team that scored 112 points or more in 4 of their last 5 at home. So again, the number is 114. We need to get to 115, but you can see where I'm going with this, that the Lakers give up points. Denver scores points. Denver also this year, when the total is 224 or less, and they're playing at home, they've gone 4-0 to the over in those situations. So this is an extremely low total at home for Denver by their standards. And when they've been in that parameter this year, 4-0 to the over, the average total 221.9, combined score 229, and also they averaged 117.5 points per game in those 4 contests. So I like Denver over their total of 114 in this contest. I also like the game itself to go over 222.5. And there's a nice game 1 betting angle on this when you get a home team in a series opener, round 2 or beyond. And the totals between 218.5 and 231.5. Since 2021, those home teams have gone 9-0 to the over, Lenny. So I'm going to like Denver over 114. The game itself to go over 222.5. And if I think he was implying he likes the Lakers over the total,
I think the whole game 222.
Okay, yeah. So
so they're on the same page as far as that goes.
Yeah. So.
I'm gonna put that one. I'm gonna edit that full game over.
You know, Lenny, I've been on a roll too, buddy. NBA play since the NBA postseason began. I'm 31-18, which is 63%. Number 1 on a lot of sites out there in the NBA playoffs. Unfortunately, at picksandparlays.net, we don't have the postseason standings, but all my picks are documented right there. If you go through all the archives of my picks, you'll see my record is accurate. And even better, when I lock in on an NBA side, which is a money line or point spread pick during the postseason, I've gone 28-11. It's good for 73%. And I'm on a 6-1 all sports run since last Wednesday. Been very selective over the last week, and it's paid off. So a lot of good things happening at picksandparlays.net as well, Lenny.
I'll tell you what, Ross, those are some numbers right there. That's numbers I would expect from the GOAT, though. I'm not going to lie. Ross Benjamin, everybody.
Appreciate that, Lenny.
No problem. Ross is on the team total over the 114 and the full game over 225 or 222.5. I read that wrong. And don't forget, when you're looking for Ross Benjamin over at picksandparlays.net, use that promo code. It's MLB. Save you 20% off of all of Ross's premium stuff. Ross, man, it's always a pleasure to have you on. You always drop in the knowledge, always. And I'm telling you what, you guys are missing out if you don't go grab his premium clicks. I don't know don't grab. I always suggest to get like the week pass, month pass, or the weekend pass, or something like that. Because one day, I say this, one day, everybody can have a great day, and everybody can have a bad day. Put a run together. And consistently, this guy is the GOAT. Okay, he's the Tom Brady of our business. We appreciate you, Ross.
Appreciate that very much, Lenny, and always a pleasure. And thank you for having me once again.
No problem. Take care, Ross. We'll see you on the next
too,
one.
buddy.
Take care. All right, guys, don't go nowhere. We ain't done. We're gonna bring in Nick Parsons, the GOAT Part 2. Nick Parsons, how we doing?
Good, man. Good. No, it's always hard to go after the legend there, Ross, but I'll do my best.
You do every week, and you do damn well. So we'll just continue this trend here. We're gonna continue to ride this trend here. Speaking of Nick Parsons, if you're looking for his premium plays at picksandparlays.net, that promo code's MLB is saving 20% off of all the insiders room info over there. So you heard Ross talk a little bit about the NBA game tonight. We talked a little bit about it previously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to beat a dead horse here on this Lakers-Denver game here, but what are your thoughts on this?
Well, we have it's an interesting Final Four here in the conference championships. I don't know. I didn't catch the beginning of you guys. I don't know if you guys touched on it there, but this is the exact same 4 teams that played in the conference championships during the bubble.
Yes.
If you can remember that during the bubble season. I didn't touch
that, but I did know that.
Yeah. So doesn't that seem so long ago and strange now, that entire thing? And if you recall,
a whole different life.
Yeah, but I mean, there are some similarities between then and now. Jimmy Butler was having a huge playoffs during that huge run, and that's, of course, once again the case this year. To be successful in the playoffs, Lenny, it comes down to a lot of different things. You could be the best team in the league, but all of a sudden you get hampered by injuries, and then you're done. And so chemistry, staying healthy, all 4 of the teams that are remaining right now, they've all done well in those departments. But the Celtics, they're heavily favored against the Heat. The bookmakers, they aren't giving Miami much of a chance. Of all the 4 teams left, they're giving Miami the least chance there.
Yeah.
And then for Denver and LA, we know the storylines there really well. Denver has had bad luck as well, just injuries the last few years in the playoffs, and in that one to Murray there in the bubble. But they have arguably the best player in the planet right now in Jokic. And then you got the Lakers, who Ross, I did hear him touching on that. They made some incredible, or some really, I wouldn't say incredible. They made some good moves at the deadline, and they've stayed healthy. They got all healthy at the right time, especially Anthony Davis. Without him, the whole thing falls apart. But yeah, and so James is looking for the ring there. Ross was talking about how well he was doing, but for the insiders room, Lenny, we've been kicking butt since the very start. We're playing with house money from start to finish here, and that comes on the heels of our best season ever last year. Nice. And so looking to close out the rest of the season strong here, and looking forward to the conference championships.
I to the point about the Lakers Denver series, I'm excited to just see them bang it up under the net. Anthony Davis and the Joker there. Yeah. Jamal Murray, though, I did hear his game time decision. He's ill. Right. Everybody resorts to COVID whenever you see illness anymore, but dude might just have sinus problems like me. I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like at this stage in the game, Jamal Murray, you got to get that IV and get out there. I don't know what to tell you, but is fatigue a really big factor in your handicapping at this point in the season? They're all fatigued.
Yeah.
There's only 4 teams. They made it this far. They're all banged up. You know what I mean? Everybody's hurt.
Fatigue is an issue for sure, but these teams are all relatively healthy coming in. What I'm worried about, kind of for Miami, is that I think that the longer layoff could perhaps, in fact, be detrimental. Not because they've had a sort of a longer layoff here. They have just been steamrolling, because they had to go. At first, it was the play-in tournament, then it was the Bucks, then it was the Knicks. Yeah. They've been underdogs throughout this entire thing, and they've just been steamrolling along. But now all of a sudden, there's a big break, and so those are the types of things you got to look for. And so, that if you remember, this is really sort of similar with Boston in Game 7 against Philadelphia. It was like a 8-point favorite, and it had nearly 70% of the public money was on the underdog. And we all know how that one ended up in Game 7, 112-88 beat down by the Celtics there. And so it sort of has that same feel. Possibly that's where I could be leaning to a Celtics bet.
That's fair. I like the Celtics at this point. It's for me. I think Denver wins the series, but I don't love it. But I'm invested into it, so it is what it is. But as far as the other one, no, I don't think anybody's giving the Heat a chance at all.
No, it can't happen. There's a well-coached team, tons of experience. And Denver will win that series if Jokic has the series of his career. There will be no stopping them. Right. But if Anthony Davis can somehow slow him down a little bit, then they will struggle. But yeah,
we'll see about that. How do you like baseball today? Anything you stands out that you absolutely love, don't love? We got some comments here about Dodgers run line, Guardians maybe.
I do have a play here, and the good thing about the baseball season for us handicappers, Lenny, is that it's a really long season, and there's always time to make adjustments and go on big runs if you have a slow start. And that was the case for the Insiders Room, having an atypical slow start to the season. But we've caught fire here over the last week, hitting 75%. And so, Lenny, I'm not sure if you remember last week, in last week's show, you, myself, and Ross, we all had a play on the same game. And when I ended the show, I said, we could still all go 3-0. Well, he had over 3.5 runs scored by Toronto. You had the over in the game for Toronto and Philadelphia, and I had Philadelphia at -125. And we closed with saying, let's cash all 3 of those, and we did. We went 3-0.
Yep.
Yeah, we went 3-0 on that one. But for this one, I like the over in the Royals and the Padres, and that's mostly because San Diego has now seen the total go under the number in 12 straight games after yesterday's 4-0 win over the Royals. But Kansas City, it's seen the total go over the number in 4 of its last 5 in trying to avenge a road shutout loss against an opponent. Right. Neither of these starters has been great. I guess Seth Lugo, he's been okay. He's 3-2 with a 3.18 ERA. But Brady Singer, he's been an absolute gas can for the Royals. He's 2-4 with a 7.71 ERA. So, yeah, I say that huge long stretch of unders. It comes to an end for San Diego today, going with the over in that one.
Okay. I don't hate that at all. I'm on Padres run line.
There you go. Yeah,
I've had this strategy, and it's made me money, folks. And I hate to say that I don't even want to call it handicapping. It might be lazy handicapping, if anything, but I'm just really grabbing anybody that's playing Kansas City and Oakland. Right. And I'm taking it on the run line. And there's like 3 trends that I've been kind of following. That and Boston's overs. Anyways, playing the Red Sox, just take that over. I've even bet 10s over 10s, and they can't stop scoring. I don't care who ends up taking over, but Kansas City and Oakland are 2 of the worst, obviously, statistical teams in the league. And they
at some point, the value will swing in their favor.
It'll swing around, but not yet. Yesterday, hit them both. Parlayed them both. I mean, it's nice. That's what I'm on. Just looking at this, while you were mentioning that, I was just making sure that they still played and didn't have an off day, and then looked at the pictures, and I'm already. I love it. I just can't. Diamondbacks win yesterday 5-2. Like you said, Padres beat Kansas City 4-0. They just cover run line. Yeah. And the Diamondbacks are my sleeper team in that division. I really like the Diamondbacks.
It seems really open. The Dodgers, though, they've really turned things around after sort of a slower start. They
kind of hit the groove, season.
Yeah. So, no, it does feel wide open still across the board. I mean, the Phillies went on a bit of a run there, but they've had a difficult start to the season, mainly due to injuries, I guess.
Right. The White Sox, I think, have been the most surprising team for me so far this year. I have picked them to win the division.
They still can. That's the thing.
They still can. There's so much baseball left.
Yeah.
But it's like, man.
That was a surprise. I mean, you're right. There are some definite surprises that work both ways. I mean, to begin with, Pittsburgh, that was a huge surprise, and they just were unbeatable. But now they've come right back down to earth, second in the division. And those are one of those teams almost automatically where you want to fade, as you were saying there.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm just, and then like today, I want to go against the White Sox, but Cleveland, I don't trust Cleveland at a favorite. Like there's certain teams I want to back because they're an underdog. Like today, prime example, Pirates, Tigers. We just talked about that. Pirates starting hot. Now they're back down to earth. Tigers, I just don't know what I'm going to get with them. And then
Right.
today they're a favorite. I'm not taking I'm not taking my Tigers unless they're plus money. That's just how that is. There's no value on them against anybody in the league unless they're playing Oakland as a favorite.
At home.
I will be at that game July 5th. But shout out Detroit. I'm coming. I'm coming home for the Tiger game. But like I looked at it today and I was like, Pirates, Tigers. I'm like, oh, Pirates trending down. Tigers, I don't know. They might be a good team in a bad division.
Right. There you go. And getting plus money.
Right. But I'm not taking the Tigers minus one.
Okay.
That to me, you might listen. I could send you guys there's the Children's Foundation. If you want to donate money, send money to the homeless shelters in your local area, food banks, whatever. Don't bet the Tigers as a favorite.
No.
Easy Moolah says Philly, San Francisco over 7.5. Champions League. Oh, we're gonna talk some soccer here. Inter Milan versus AC Milan. Both teams to score. Do you do much soccer?
No, that's not my forte. Yeah, just the major North American sports.
Yeah, that's I don't do that either. Big facts. Those are three of my favorite plays, Lenny. Bet against Oakland, Kansas City, and Boston overs. Like, those are bets to follow almost every for me, it's the night before. I was telling everybody, do all my thinking in my bathroom, and I'll just go. I'll run through the night before, and I'm a Boston. Okay, pitcher, over. I'm just on it. But Padres staying under. Machado on hand, hit by pitch on hand. Big ballpark. Why step in front of 12-game understreak?
Because I like stepping in front of streaks like that for sure, and I think that the value just keeps coming down. Or the value keeps going up. The number keeps coming down. So yeah, those are the types as a situational handicapper. Those are the types of streaks that I'm looking to predict when they will end. And so I often stand in front of the train on large streaks like that.
That is your ML. I mean, that is. And if you looking for a contrarian play, call Nick Parsons. Okay,
there you go.
He's always looking for that. But I will say this: it's not just.
Well, listen, 12 straight unders.
Yeah,
and then the Royals getting shut out. This is a good spot, and then facing a really shaky picture starter in Kansas City. There's just a lot of different factors there that all would point to the value swinging the other way finally, and so that's my take on it. Anyway,
it doesn't. There's value there, and if there's value, why not?
Yeah, because you're only risking the minus 110.
Oakland on Friday, but what happened the next 3 days? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that trend, it's not like it's an every day for me with Kansas City and Oakland. Sometimes I lose sometimes, just like, Oakland A's are not going to lose. Obviously they won 9 games. You know what I mean? They're 9-34. They're not. So if you went against them 43 times, you're, 34-9. If you just took them a money line or whatever, but I like to run line that stuff. So, what else we got going on today in baseball? Anything else?
The NHL. There's also the playoffs, of course. Yeah. We're down to the Final Four in the NHL, and for me, I'd say it's Florida, which has been the most surprising. No one gave the Panthers much of a shot, especially when they were down 2-0 to the Bruins there, and then they came back, and that's arguably the greatest upset in the history of NHL playoffs. And then they beat the Leafs as an underdog, and now here they are again as an underdog against Carolina. And then in the West, we have the Stars and the Golden Knights. How many people would have predicted that at the beginning of the season? I mean, two good teams that were predicted to do well, but it's a strange matchup for sure in the West. But we got a lot of new faces and a lot of so it's going to be definitely super interesting.
I was kind of pulling for the Kraken just so we would get the 2 expansion type teams.
Yeah, that would have been a good story, wouldn't it?
Would have been a good story, but I have futures on. I got 2 live futures left, and I got VGK to win the West and Carolina to win the East. So
you're looking great. Yeah, I mean, you have the 2 favorites.
I look good, but
it's sort of been the year of the dog in both the NHL and NBA playoffs this year, winning some of these big series. But
I'm
good value it looked like that you have there for sure.
I'm legit scared of Florida.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I had Boston coming, I had them coming,
Yeah.
And I mean after the historical regular season, right, and everything like that, but Florida, the way they kind of came back, like you mentioned, against Florida, and then or Florida come back against Boston, and then going through the Leafs and just taking the soul out of the Toronto fan base.
Yeah, and myself.
Yeah. I mean, I know you had Leafs in that series, but Florida is like undercover, very good.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's going to be interesting here. But Carolina's such a good team too, and at home, I like Carolina there. I think there's value there at that price, anyways. At home,
I think we get a. I really think VGK handles the Stars, in probably 5 or 6.
Right. So Las Vegas and possibly Carolina. There you go. And then
Carolina Panthers series, though, I think it goes 7. I think you see a lot of overtimes. There'll be a lot of draw bets for me in this series, and probably some overs, because like I've already on the over
total
5.5.
every time. Yeah, 5.5 exactly.
I'm over that. I'm on that tomorrow for what is third or not? They don't play till Thursday.
Yeah,
that's the thing that sucks. Is like maybe that's why I woke up today feeling very blah. My sinuses are bothering me. I think I woke up knowing that hockey's coming to an end and it's sitting in, and now I'm depressed.
I know. We're really almost to the dog days here now, buddy. But yeah, you guys, we still got lots of playoffs left, and baseball is exciting. And then we get geared up before you know it. The NFL will be here. The Stars win, says Mac Jones.
No.
That will be an interesting series. Both are going to be good. Both should be tight. There's been so much value on these underdogs, even because I had Seattle on the puck line. So there you go. Seattle scores with like 40 seconds left to push it to 2-1. Still loses, but I win that. But there's been so much value when you're getting those underdogs on the puck line here throughout these series. So I will
say this: the Stars Knights series regular season, the Stars swept them 3-0. They beat them 4-0, 3-2, and 2-1. Hear me out. This ain't the regular season. VGK in 5. Okay, timestamp it, run it back. I think VGK rolls them. I do. I really feel strongly about that. That's probably my most confident one is that. But this Florida Carolina game is a series going to be really good.
Yeah, agreed.
That's fair. You did call it, Mac Jones. You did call Stars yesterday under. I didn't.
Yeah, I like the
under
away
from that, but that was a good call. What else you got going on, Nick Parsons?
Well, it's the best time of year, as you know, Lenny, for us handicappers. I love this time of year. This is, what we live for here with the NBA and NHL playoffs. Baseball in full swing. You guys come check out the Insiders Room. We're getting hot in every single sport. You got to check out the leaderboards too. Take advantage. Check out the leaderboards. They're so cool over at picksandparlays.net. You can check out any of the handicappers, any sport for any length of time, break it down. And once you do that, you're going to see some of our NBA records on there, some of our other ones, particularly our NBA records, guys, because we have some extremely big plays coming in the NBA starting tonight in this Lakers game. So go check out the Insiders Room at picksandparlays.net.
Don't forget, use that promo code MLB to save you 20% off the entire site. You're looking for the Insiders Room and Nick Parsons over at picksandparlays.net. Nick, it's been a pleasure. As always, I appreciate everybody stopping by. You, Ross, everybody in the chat, always a pleasure. Every day we're here. Well, I should say every day. Monday through Friday, we're here at 1 o'clock Eastern. We will be here. As always, don't forget, like, comment, share your parlay situation, teasers, whatever you're into today, drop it in the comments. I love to read that stuff. Ring the bell for notifications. You'll never miss any of our live content. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm Detroit Lenny Picks and Parlays. Nick Parsons, Insider's Room. Good luck, unless you're against us, folks.